We not sure you wouldn't read about it. Thank you very, very much for taking your time out to come to this extraordinary council meeting of the 10th of September 2019. No, the main part of the meeting will, your permission, be a closed meeting, and we're just dealing with one issue tonight. First of all, I'd like to introduce Mr. Bill Gahuli, who's sitting up there. Bill lives in our district now, and Huntley. Bill formerly was Chief Executive Officer of Local Government New South Wales, by that with National Parks at one stage, and of course when the Sydney Olympics were on, Director General of Sydney Olympic District, and he is the person we've had on that committee that you've put together to go through this process. We also have Helen Lever up the back on my right-hand side from Sydney. Lots of local government experience, and Helen works for Blackadder and Associates. That mainly works in the area of local government. This council meeting is being live streamed and recorded. By speaking at the council meeting, you agree to being live streamed and recorded. Please ensure that if and when you speak at this council meeting, that you ensure you are respectful to others and use appropriate language at all times. Orange City Council accepts no liability for any defamatory or offensive remarks or gestures made during the course of this council meeting. And a recording will be made for administrative purposes and will be available to councillors. I'd like to acknowledge the Wiradjuri people, who are the traditional custodians of the land. I'd also like to pay respect to the elders, both past and present, of the Wiradjuri Nation, and extend that respect to other Aboriginal Australians who are present. Next, I'd like to call for any apologies. We have an apology for council, and as you know, Jeffrey lost his father, and the funeral's today, so we wouldn't want to move those apologies for me, please. Councillor Munro, Secretary Councillor Miletto, all in favour? Does anyone want to declare any pecuniary interest significant, non-pecuniary or less than significant pecuniary interest? No. As you know, this will be a closed meeting of council. The General Manager will, not the General Manager, the Acting Director of Corporate Services and Governance will advise the council if any written submissions have been received relating to any item advertised for consideration by a closed meeting of Orange City Council. None have been received. I'll extend an invitation to any member of the public present at the meeting to make a representation to council as to whether the meeting should be closed for a particular item in accordance with the Local Government Act of 1993 and the Local Government General Regulation of 2005. In the opinion of the General Manager, the following business is of a kind as referred to in section 10A in brackets 2 of the Act, should be dealt with in a confidential session of the council meeting closed to the press and to the public. Council adjourn now into a closed meeting, and members of the press and the public will be excluded from the meeting, and access to correspondence and reports relating to the items considered during the course of the closed meeting will be withheld unless declassified by separate resolution. This action is taken in accordance with section 10A brackets 2 of the Local Government Act of 1993, as the items listed come within the following provisions. That's 2.1, appointment of a Chief Executive Officer. The item is classified confidential under the provisions of section 10A brackets 2 of the Local Government Act 1993, which permits the meeting to be closed to the public for business relating to C, information that would, if disclosed, confer a commercial advantage on a person with whom the council is conducting or proposes to conduct business. Move that way, Councillor Duffy, seconded. Councillor Munn, all in favour?
Aye.
Thank you.